Hello team, I hope that you are all well. Today we are going to be doing my October TBR. It is the most spooky time of the year. I love this time of the year, and most excitingly, Becca has brought back Spookopoly. I friggin' love playing this, absolutely love doing it. So I'm really excited that she's done another board for this year. Super duper hyped. So we will be doing Spookopoly. We're going to be doing 6 rolls. If you don't know what Spookopoly is, by the way, Becca from Becca and the Books used to play a TBR game called Spookopoly, which is fashioned off of Monopoly. I then also asked Becca if it was okay if I could do one, and followed suit for a number of years. We've both done it for a number of years. Becca obviously was the initial person to do it, and I just friggin' love the concept. Monopoly is one of my favourite board games of all time, and she then started doing it when she stopped doing it every month. She then started doing it seasonally for October, calling it Spookopoly, and I love it. So I don't know how many years in we are in now for Spookopoly, but I'm so excited that it's come back for another year. She's done another board, so we will be playing it. So we're going to be doing 6 rolls. Any doubles, you add an extra roll on. Great rule, I love that rule. So yeah, I have printed off a couple of the community shelf and chance cards. I don't have a colour printer, so we are going old-fashioned with black and white printer. The chance cards have the likes of Empire of the Damned on by J. Christoph. I would like to get to it by the end of the year, so I could do with the assist. We've got Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. We've got Sword of Kaigan by ML Wang. It's on my priority TBR, 12 books from 12 friends. Joe recommended it, so I do still need to get to that one. We've got The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst, and we've got One Year at Ellesmere, which is a graphic novel, just to mix things up a little bit. I have only done like 5 of each of the cards. And then on community shelf, which is the prompt cards, we've got Read a Horror, Pick Up an Arc, because I have quite a lot I need to get to, Vampires, just the word vampires, Big Book plus 500 pages plus, and Box, which is a subscription box book. So that is on there as well. So I'm a little bit excited, a little bit nervous. I'm very excited, a little bit nervous to see what happens here, but I'm stoked, I'm excited. Before we do get into all of that though, a couple of housekeeping things. I do have a buddy read with my patrons that I need to get on, that if I can, I will fit it into a prompt. So I will tell you about it once we've got all the books together. But that is Bunny by Mona Awad. It is my Patron buddy read for September and October, so I do need to get to this one in October. I'm anxious, I don't know if I'm gonna like this, so we'll see whether or not we can fit that on. And then also my Patron pot, in which my top tier patrons get to put a book in here. I think it's top tier or top two tiers, might be top 2 tiers. Get to put a book in here and I pick one out, so we need to do that. I'm nervous, can't remember what is in here. I could do with topping this up as well, going through it and topping it up, but let's find out what we've got. I'm anxious. I don't know what's left. What do we have? Holy shit, that's Icebreaker by Hannah Grace from Courtney. No, because actually this is perfect, because I do need to get to that for a video in October. I was going to save it for winter and like make sure I get to it, because I'm sick to death. I'm really excited about getting to Daydream. I've heard that there's some ADHD representation in there maybe, so I'm really excited about getting to that one. So obviously I want to read them in order. Stop it, that works in really, really well. Courtney, shout out to you, my love. Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. I've been meaning to get to this for ages. This is a ice figure skating romance, I think. Anastasia Allen has worked her entire life for a shot at Team USA. It looks like everything's going according to plan when she gets a full scholarship to the University of California at Maple Hills and lands a place on their competitive figure skating team. Shout out to Anastasia. Nothing will stand in her way, not even the captain of the hockey team, Nate Hawkins. Or does he? Nate's focus as captain is on keeping his team on the ice, which is tricky when a facilities mishap means they are forced to share the rink with the figure skating team, including Anastasia, who clearly can't stand him. But when Anastasia's skating partner faces an uncertain future, she may have to look to Nate to take her shot. Sparks fly, but Anastasia isn't worried because she could never like a hockey player, right? This is quite the chonky book, but I am looking forward to getting to it. So, shout out to Courtney for putting that on here. I am very excited. Okay, I did need to get to this one as well, so I'm really looking forward to the fact that that's on here. I really did want to get to this one in winter, but a certain video means that I need to get to it sooner anyway. So, I mean, it's out of season, but whatever. It is what it is. Alright, so let's get into our first roll for Spookopoly, shall we? Okay, so we have the board, we have the cards. I has a spooky crock charm that we are going to put on here. No. Where do we start? Here, go. Duh. We're going to put the spooky crock charm on here. And we have some dice. So, without further ado, let's do our first roll. And we have 3. 1, 2, 3. A small book under 300 pages. Okay, so roll number 1 brought us a small book, which is a book under 300 pages. Now, I have gone the opposite direction of what normal people do for this prompt. I have gone for a book under 300 pages, but it is like on the precipice of 300 pages. I've gone for Harvest House by Cynthia Latesh Smith. I think I'm pronouncing that right, but I'm not 100% sure. But as you can see, this is not a small book. We are on, now, the last actual numbered page is 294. That, however, does not include the author's note or like other little bits at the back. However, those pages are numbered, so it is numbered under 300 pages. I would say that counts. Now, the reason why I want to do this one is that this is a countdown to Halloween, and I think that's fascinating. So we start off, I think, 52 days until Halloween. 52 days until Halloween. We count all the way down to Halloween. Something's happening in the process. Something or someone is haunting the crossroads at Harvest House. Huey Wolf's new volunteering job at Harvest House promises to be fun and spooky Halloween season project, but it seems less fun when he learns that an actor playing the vengeful spirit of an Indian maiden, a ghost inspired by a local legend, will be the star of the show. And when a friend's sister reveals that young women, particularly Indigenous women, are being followed by a creepy man, it seems local legends and real life might be colliding. As moon rises on All Hallows Eve, Hugh and his friends are determined to protect themselves and their community by solving the mystery of the hauntings at the crossroads. It sounds really interesting. I think it was Liv from Liv's Library reading this one, so I'm hoping it's going to be good. I haven't seen anyone else reading it, but once I spotted that it had a countdown to Halloween, I was very excited. I read a book that had a countdown to Christmas last year, and I loved that, and there is a second one coming out in that series, so I'm very excited to read that one. I also have an arc for it. Totally off topic, but really like the concept of a countdown to an event. So very excited to get to this one for a book under 300 pages. Let's go for roll number 2. Okay, so roll number 2 is 12. That's a double, so we're adding another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Bonfire. Which means to read a book you're thinking of unhauling or a book you are interested in but are not sure you will like. Dang it. Okay, roll number 2 was Bonfire, which, if I remember the wording correctly, is a book that you are not 100% certain you're going to like, or a book you've been thinking of unhauling. So I am going to go for a book that I'm not 100% certain I'm going to like, but I really want to. And it's already going to be on my TBR, with Bunny by Mona Awad. Struggles. Bunny by Mona Awad. I I'm not 100% certain I'm gonna like this one. I am really anxious about it. I have been for a very long time, which is the reason why I haven't picked it up yet. It's been on my shelves for a while, but I haven't picked it up because I am nervous that I'm not gonna like it. But it is my Patron buddy read now, and I have been wanting to get to this one for a while. I know Katie from Katie Colson loves this book. Like, her entire Patron is set around the thought process of this book, I think. So I believe this is set in a school. I think it's dark academia, but also with like cliquey girl groups. Think like Mean Girls, but dark academia, I think. We call them bunnies because that's what they call each other. Seriously, bunny. Samantha Heather McKay is an outsider in her small, highly selective MFA program at Warren University. In fact, she's utterly repelled by the rest of her fiction writing cohort, a clique of unbearably twee rich girls who call each other Bunny. But then the bunnies issue her with an invitation, and Samantha finds herself inexplicably drawn to their front door, across the threshold and down the rabbit hole. Blending sharp satire with fairy tale horror, Bunny is a spellbinding trip of a novel from one of fiction's most original voices. I think in theory I should love this story. I think in practice what could happen is that I won't get along with the writing style, because I think that this could be a writing style that I think will make me feel stupid, and therefore I won't continue with the book. However, I am going into it with an open mind. I do want to get through this. I think regardless it would be really good for a discussion whether I like it or not. So I am intrigued about getting to this one, and that is book 2 on my Spookopoly TBR. Okay, roll number 3. Okay, roll number 3. Struggles. We have got 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A chance card. Shine a light. Okay, let's shuffle these because I haven't done that. Shuffling paper is hard. I am anxious about these because I've put 2 biggies in here and a couple of smaller ones. All right, let's make sure that we can all see what's going on here. Okay, let's turn this over. Oh my god. Oh my god. You lucky duck. 1 year of Ellesmere. All right, we ended up with a chance card, and I was really lucky with this one. We ended up with 1 year at Ellesmere, which is a graphic novel, and I'm really happy about. That could have gone so badly, so badly. However, I'm really happy about this one. Could I have done with getting to Sword of Kaigan? Probably yes, but it is what it is. 1 Year at Ellesmere by Faith Erin Hicks. One of my favourite graphic novels to reread every single year in October, which I will be doing this year, is Pumpkinheads, which is by Faith Erin Hicks and Rainbow Rowell. So when I heard about this one, I was very stoked about it. Again, I think I heard about this one from Liv's library. So shout out to her for always having the coziest, cutesy looking books. Was boarding school supposed to be this hard? When Juniper wins a scholarship to the prestigious Ellesmere Academy, she thinks it's going to be an academic heaven, but Ellesmere is like nothing she was expecting. Juniper is singled out as a special project targeted by the mean queen bee in her class and plagued by whispers about a mythical beast rumoured to roam the forest next to the school. At this point, Juniper is hoping to survive a year at Ellesmere. Cute. I'm looking forward to this. Sounds really good. Sounds like it could be spooky-ish, spoopy-ish for this time of year. So I'm looking forward to that. Shout out to me for putting that on this TBR. All right, let's go for roll number 4. All right, roll number 4. Oh shit, another, what is going on? 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Stabby. Alright, this one's for the bloodier side of spooky season. True crime, thrillers and grimdark fantasy would fit very well for this prompt, but solely open to interpretation. Fair. Okay. Okay, roll number 4 brought us our second double. We had a double at roll number 2. We now have a second double at roll number 4. So we are up to 8 rolls for this game. And we got Stabby, which is a book that is a little bit more bloodthirsty, so like a thriller, true crime, horror, those types of books. And I have gone for Head to a Roll by Josh Winning. I'm looking forward to this one. I'm very excited about it. I'm obsessed with this cover. I did just recently get from Amanda actually Burn the Negative by Josh Winning, which I'm also excited to read. But I think I'm going to go for this one because I feel like this one will give me the blood and gore. In fact, no, Burn the Negative would also give me the blood and gore, to be fair. They're both very similar stories. But I have enjoyed The Shadow Glass by Josh Winning before, which was more, I think, middle grade / YA, whereas this is definitely adult, I reckon. So Willow is in need of an escape. A former sitcom star, she's been publicly shamed on the internet after posting something she really shouldn't have. She checks into Camp Castaway, an adults-only retreat based on old campgrounds in the woods. It's the first night and the campers gather around the fire to tell some ghost stories. That's when Willow hears tale of Knock Knock Nancy, a local urban legend about a witch brutally beheaded in this very woodland. They say her restless spirit knocks on doors late at night. If you answer, she'll take your head. Willow doesn't believe in ghost stories, but the next day a camper has vanished under mysterious circumstances. And then that evening in her cabin, Willow hears it. Knock, knock, knock. Sign me up. Sign me up. I'm so excited. I'm truly obsessed with this cover, so I'm very excited to be getting this on my TBR. I'm really looking forward to it. This is also the 1, 2, 3, actually 4th book off of my autumn TBR as well, so we're doing really well in that side of things too, because I really wanted to try and get through some books on my autumn TBR. So we're doing well. I'm proud of myself. Let's go to roll number 5. All right, roll number 5. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Most recent purchase. Nice. Okay, roll number 5 was most recent purchase, and I had quite a few that I could have gone for this because I have very recently just got a whole bunch of new books. But right now in this moment, what I want to pick up for this one is Rewitched by Lucy Jane Wood. I don't think there's a chance that I will get to this before October. When I'm filming this, there is still a week and a day of October left, but I don't think I will get to this before October, so I'm definitely putting this on here. If I happen to do so, I will pick another book for this prompt, but we're going to put this on here instead. I'm really excited about this. This is the stunning Waterstones edition with the sprayed edge and signed as well, and I'm really looking forward to it. I have an arc of the audiobook, but I wanted to wait until I had a physical copy of the book as well so I could follow along. But I'm just really excited, and I'm really hoping it doesn't let me down. Highly anticipating this one. I'm not going to read the whole of this, but with found family, a dash of romance, and an uplifting message about self-love, Rewitched is a cozy autumnal fantasy that will leave readers spellbound. It sounds so cute. For the girls who grew up on the wonder of witches and knew that magic would be found at their own fingertips. Sign me up. I'm really excited about this one. I cannot wait to read it. So this one is going in for most recent purchase, with the caveat that if I happen to get to it before October, I will pick another book for this prompt, but this is going in otherwise. All right, roll number 6, what should have been our final roll but is not. Roll number 6. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pumpkin carving, which is to read a book with a face on the cover. It can include covers with whole people on, but just their faces, and non-human faces. Nice. All right, we had pumpkin carving for this one, which is a cover with a face on it. So this can be a human face, it can be the face of something else, an animal maybe, or a pumpkin face or something like that. But a cover with a face on it. So I'm actually going to go for a book that I really do need to get to. This has been put on my 12 books by 12 friends, and it's about time I got to it, to be perfectly honest. And it is Bring Me Your Midnight by Rachel Griffin. This has a face on the cover, so it counts for the prompt, and I am looking forward to getting to this one, but I'm a little bit nervous because The Nature of Witches is one of my favourite books of all time. I absolutely love it, but I wasn't a huge fan of the second one, whose name I cannot remember now. The Wild is the Witch. I didn't enjoy that one as much, so I'm really nervous about this one. I think I went into Wild is the Witch with too high expectations because I love the nature of witches too much. So my expectations have been lowered for this one, but I am still nervous regardless. So this one says, Tana Fairchild's fate has never been in question. Her life has been planned out since the moment she was born. She's to marry the governor's son, Landon, and secure an unprecedented alliance between the witches of her island home and the mainlands, who see her very existence as a threat. Tana's coven has appeased those who fear their power for years by releasing most of their magic into the ocean during the full moon. But when Tana misses the midnight ritual, a fatal mistake, there is no one she can turn to for help until she meets Wolf. Wolf claims he is from a coven that practices dark magic, making him one of the only people who can help her, but he refuses to let Tana's power rush into the sea and instead teaches her his forbidden magic, a magic that makes her feel powerful, alive. As the sea grows more violent, her coven loses control of the currents, a danger that could destroy the alliance as well as her island. Tana will have to choose between love and duty, between loyalty to her people and loyalty to her heart. Marrying Landon would secure peace for her coven, but losing Wolf and his wild magic could cost her everything else. A lush romantic fantasy about forbidden love, the choices we make and the pull between duty and desire. Sounds interesting. So I am intrigued by this one, but nervous. Going into it with trepidation, that's for damn sure. Alright, now we're getting into our extra rolls. So we have 2 extra rolls so far. Let's see how this goes. Roll number 7. Alright, into our extras, we've got 2 doubles to make up for. Hopefully we won't get any more. So roll number 7. Oh, you fucking idiot. 2. 1, 2, not another chance card. Stop it. I'm not, well, I can't be as lucky as I was the last time. There was only 1 graphic novel in here, but there's no way I'm going to be lucky again with this. Not a chance. All right. Okay. Have a soul. All right, I will take that. I will take that for sure. All right, I spoke too soon. We've got another double. So we're now going to be doing 9 rolls. But we also got a chance card with Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. This is another book that I'm apprehensive about, but I'm also very intrigued about, because honestly, I think there's a really good chance I could like this. There is a really good chance I could hate it at the same time. So I think on the basis that it's historical fiction, and I'm really, really into my historical fiction at the moment, and I do want to read more, I think on that basis I could really enjoy this. I think on the basis of the writing style, I could really hate it. We will have to see what happens with this, but it's difficult to find a husband in Regency England when you're a young lady with only half a soul. Ever since she was cursed by a fairy, Theodora Ettings has had no sense of fear or embarrassment, a condition which makes her prone to accidental scandal. Dora hopes to be quiet, sensible wallflower during the London season, but after the strange, handsome and utterly uncouth Lord Saucier discovers her condition, she is instead drawn into dangerous and peculiar fairy affairs. If Dora's reputation can survive both her curse and her sudden connection with the least liked man in all of society, then she may yet reclaim her normal place in the world. But the longer Dora spends with Ellis Wilder, the more she begins to suspect that one may indeed fall in love even with only half a soul. Enter the world of this enchanting debut historical fantasy where the only thing more meddlesome than fairies is a marriage-minded mother. It sounds great. I have been concerned about picking this one up though, on the basis that I am partway through the Veronica Speedwell series, and although the Veronica Speedwell series is historical fiction and mystery only, there is no fantasy in that series, whereas there is in this one. I've been nervous about picking them up at relatively the same time, but I've taken a break from Veronica Speedwell to reread Stalking Jack the Ripper. You see my problem here, yeah? We'll see how this goes. I'm nervous about it. I don't have ridiculously high hopes, but I am hoping that I will enjoy it. So we'll see what happens with this one. All right, we've got another 2 to do now. Roll number 8. I'm going to cap these at 10, so we could only do 1 more double and that I will add on, and then the rest we are ignoring. I can't go on any longer. Roll number 8. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. Pull pick. Okay, roll number 8 brought us a pull pick. Now, the poll has been up for some time. I haven't looked at it to see what the results are yet, but these are the books that I did put on there. So we had Fear the Flames by Olivia Rose Darling. We had Someone You Can Build a Nest In by John Wiswell. The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst, and Morbidly Yours by Ivy Fairbanks. Quite the mix of books here. We've got a fantasy with dragons, we've got a cozy horror, we have a cozy fantasy, and we have a romance. So quite the mix. I'm not sure what's going to happen here. So let's have a quick butchers at the results and I will screenshot them for you. Oh, I need to chop because the F1's going to start soon. Priorities. Okay, so this has been up 35 minutes. I was only going to do it for like 15 minutes or so. So let's have a quick look. Oh, okay, so Morbidly Yours did get 27%, quite popular. Someone You Can Build a Nest In and Fear the Flames were neck and neck with 17%. I'm a little bit sad, to be honest, because I really did want to get to Fear the Flames, but I'm hoping that maybe I'll still get to it in the month at some point. But The Spell Shop won by Sarah Beth Durst with 29 votes, 39%. So we will be going for this one. So let's put them on the floor so I can tell you what this is about and see what it's all about. What's it all about? A lush cottagecore tale full of stolen spellbooks, unexpected friendships, sweet jams, and even sweeter love. Like a Hallmark rom-com full of mythical creatures and fueled by cinnamon rolls and magic, The Spell Shop will heal your heart, feed your soul. I've heard nothing but good things about this so far, and I do have an e-arc of it actually, which I didn't get a chance to get to before it came out, but I definitely wanted a physical copy as well, especially with these purple sprayed edges. Stunning. I wasn't expecting them, but I was very excited when it came in, so I am looking forward to this one. It sounds really good, and that is for the poll pick. All right, roll number 9. Hopefully the last roll as well. Roll number 9. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh shit, community shelf. We're getting all the cards today. Give these a shuffle. I have some nice-ish prompts on here. I think I only did like one mean prompt maybe, which was big book. So let's see what happens here and make sure we can all see what's going on. All right, we have... Oh, box. I will take that. That is for a subscription box book. So our last and final roll did get us a community shelf card, and we had a box. Now for this one, I'm bending the rules a little bit. I mean, I'm not really bending the rules at all. The rules for me with box, this is something that I do with my patrons every now and then. We always do a 24-hour/48-hour F1 readathon every single month. And every couple of months or so we do a week-long extended version, but it's called the box readathon. Shout out to Jade for that title, because I would not be here without her. But the box readathon, the idea is to focus on subscription box books. I am terrible at many things, but primarily final books in series and subscription box books. So the box readathon helps me out with the subscription box books. Now, I have a couple rules with this. There are a couple stipulations, because not everybody gets subscription box books and not everybody has the problems I have. So they have no issue with the subscription boxes and they're not drowning in subscription box books. So on that basis, if you've got a book on your shelves that was featured in a subscription box, for example, you don't get subscription boxes, but there's a book on your shelves that was featured in a subscription box, you could read that. If there is a Waterstones special edition or a Barnes & Noble special edition of a book, we say that counts as well. If you can't, like me, can't get book of the month, but you really wish you could, and you have a book on your shelves that was featured in book of the month, for example, it counts. So on that basis, any book that was featured in a subscription box, any subscription box across the world, counts. A Waterstones, Barnes & Noble, specific shop, special edition book counts. Now I have decided to pick a book. Hello.
Hello.
I'm just filming my TBR. How's your mum?
So.
Yeah? I'll be done in a minute.
Well.
Now I have decided to pick a book that is a Waterstone special edition, but is also being picked up by Ferrelli. They're doing a special edition of it because I really want to read this book. I'm just very excited about it. I'm not sure why. I mean, it's vampires, it's a really pretty book, and it sounds fantastic. So it is Immortal Dark by Tigest Germer. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but I will look that up so that I make sure I get it right when I do my reading vlog. But this is the Waterstones special edition with the sprayed edges. Stunning, and I am obsessed, and I'm very excited about giving this one a read. So it is a vampire story, like I've already said, and it says it's a tale as old as time, bloodthirsty vampire, innocent maiden, except this maiden isn't so innocent. This maiden is a murderer. The first in a deliciously dark, dangerously romantic black vampire trilogy. Sign me up. It sounds incredible, and I'm really, really excited. A decadent, dark academia fantasy that's as enchanting as it is haunting. Immortal Dark is enthralling, masterful debut. I'm so excited about this one. It sounds really good. So of all the subscription box books I could have picked, I'm picking one that isn't a subscription box book yet, but it will be. So the other good thing about this is that also it gives me an indication as to whether or not to try and pick that one up and get a copy of it or not, whether or not I want that copy. To be honest, I should stop doing that, but we'll see. So that's the final book on my TBR officially. I do have a couple of arcs that I need to get to. I've got Training the Heart by Paisley Hope that I need to get to. That is coming out on the 17th of October. So I do need to get to that one. It's a cowboy romance, and I'm very, very excited about reading it because I loved Holding the Reins. So I definitely need to get to that one. And I do have a couple of other books in mind that I would like to get to, but I think outside of this TBR, it's already quite large, I will just be mood reading, quite frankly. So this is the TBR for October. We've got Icebreaker by Hannah Grace, which is the book that was picked for me by a patron. Shout out to Courtney for that one. We've got Harvest House, which is a book under 300 pages. Bunny, which is a bonfire book, a book I'm not 100% certain I'm going to enjoy but want to get to anyway. We've got 1 Year at Ellesmere, which is a chance card. We have Heads Will Roll for a stabby book. We have Rewitched for a most recent purchase. We have Bring Me Your Midnight for pumpkin carving, which is a book with a face on it. We have Half a Soul, which is another chance card. We have The Spell Shop, which is a poll pick, and we have Immortal Dark, which is for a box book from the community shelf cards. So it doesn't look too bad. I'm excited. It's kind of spooky, spoopy, October-ish. I'm kind of happy with it actually, to be perfectly honest. We had so many thrillers and horrors picked by Andy in September that I'm kind of looking forward to this one. It's a nice little mix with a couple of romances thrown in, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. I'm excited. So yeah, this is what's on my TBR for October. I am hoping to get to more. We will see whether or not that happens. But yeah, I may, if I'm doing really well with this, I may do like a dedicated Spookopoly vlog. I always love playing the board, and once I've done it for my TBR, I want to do it again and again and again throughout the month. So I then at that point kind of wish that I'd just rolled as I go. But on occasion, I mean, we have the 24-hour F1 readathon at some point in the month, which I haven't picked a weekend for yet, and I need to do so. So maybe I will do a Spookopoly board edition of that. Maybe we'll see how my TBR's going. What else I've got to get done, because I do have a couple of dedicated vlogs I'm working on at the moment as well that I need to get through. So we will see what happens, but chat to me in the comments down below. Are you taking part in Spookopoly? Did you enjoy your rolls with the board? Has it been naughty or nice? Are you rolling as you go? Did you roll for your TBR as a whole like I did? Are you not taking part? What are you planning on reading? What are you excited for the most in October? And I shall see you in whatever comes next. Bye for now.